Slater kind of.
Okay, so this is week 3 Monday, quarter 4 on triangles, assignment number 10. All right, so hinge theorem and algebra. Basically, hinge theorem is that angle goes for the opposite side, okay? And side refers to the opposite angle. Does that make sense? All right, so what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to find x?
Can I finish?
Do what?
Can I finish writing that down?
Yeah.
I didn't do too bad on that kind of thing on the quiz. Or, well, on the quiz, it was just.
Did you highlight the questions that you felt like were similar to the quiz?
There were like only a few. It was only 3 questions, and they were basically like all the same. It was like the algebraic kind of question.
Okay, I asked you to go highlight that today, which is not that difficult of a thing to do. So I don't understand if I went to my class and I came back, you not only not did your assignment, but you didn't bother highlighting. So what the heck were you doing? Basically, doing is this is going to be an inequality. It's going to be an inequality of angles to opposite sides. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
I'm going to use this to solve for x. So let's take a look at number 1. Do you see 7 and here's x? Do you see that?
Mhm.
Which angle is opposite of 7?
Um, 65.
Which angle is for x?
Um, 70.
70. Look at the angles. Since you have these two that's given to you right there, what is your inequality for the angle? How would you write it? What is greater than what?
70 or 70 is greater than 65.
Good. Now that you have this, write the inequality for what? We already use a side, so what do we have left? For the angles, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So how would you write the inequality for the angles? Which angle corresponds to 70? Which angle corresponds to 65?
So
Actually, inequality of sides, not angles. This is sides. That's your answer right there. If you didn't understand that, that's what you did on the quiz.
we didn't have these questions on the quiz.
The little questions you have on the quiz.
It was like those algebra questions.
But the inequality?
I think so.
You think so? You took the test, didn't you? You took the test,
I can't remember.
You had every single assignment that you guys did in that freaking notebook. You should have some questions that look similar to that. I want you to do that before you go to bed. Number 2, highlight where are the x's. Is that a side or is that an angle?
Side.
That's the x, right? You're looking at the side. Before we're looking at the side as well. Now we're looking at the side. Now you look for the angle. Which angle is opposite of 3x?
3.
Good. Which angle is opposite of 12x minus 7?
Yeah.
Good. You have 2 angles, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If you have these 2 angles, you need to write an inequality about those 2 angles. So How are you going to write your inequality about these two angles?
Um, 12x.
Angles. You're not writing the sides yet. Angles first. That's your angle inequality, correct?
Mhm.
Now let's go ahead and write our inequality about the sides. What is that going to be?
Um,
Which side corresponds to 38?
12x minus 7 is greater than 3x.
Good. Let's solve it. Once you have this, you got to plug it into the side. Do you see the two sides right there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to highlight the answer in yellow, so that way you have it. Make sure you have the inequality and make sure you plug it in. But that is your answer. So remember, inequality of sides, compare with inequality of angles. Okay, move on. Yes, no.
Oh, okay.
Number 3. Where's the X? Highlight the part that has the X. Is it a side or is it an angle? Take a highlighter. Is it a side or an angle?
Let's see his sides.
Good. Now you need to find an angle, right? What angle is the opposite of that?
Um, 135 and 95.
So here's the inequality of the angle. Which one's bigger? Okay. Now, write your inequality of the sides and solve for X. My answers are highlighted in yellow. So when you're ready, take a look. Okay, next part. Look at the question right here. Highlight where X is. There are two sides with X. Do you see the two sides with X?
Yeah.
Make sure you highlight both sides. So now I'm going to be using this. Okay. Um, I'm not quite sure how you will find this one. I'm actually not sure how you would do this one because you see how 3x give you this angle here. The 18 doesn't actually give you an angle.
Do you want to take a picture of it on Google? I think it'll be nice.
Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, you just do you
Okay.
have to go.
No, I don't. Go grab my phone. You might want to ask her how to do this with cosine. So
How to do it with what?
with cosine, what was the opposite of a hypotenuse? Tangent is, did I choose? I'm just gonna kind of do it one way. No. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna skip that one. You might want to put a question mark on it and ask her how she would solve it. I mean, the way I think about it is I think, give me your cell phone for a second. Let me see the cell phone. Yeah, no, this thing is, it's not correct.
What is?
It's not correct. Um, the only way I can think about it is if you do 3x minus 8 and you just set it equal 18. I'm not sure if it's correct. 3x equals, add it, 26. X equals, you might want to ask her about that, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that's not right. But at the same time, I'm not sure how do you solve this? How to solve without trig? I put a question mark right there. TRIG, trig. So I'm not like junior year of high school.
Oh,
Yeah. All right, anyways, I'm gonna go to number 5. Okay, number 5. Do you see this one? It gives you an angle, right? So this one, it's giving you an angle. That's different than the ones before, right? So I don't know which angle is bigger, right? Because one has an X, correct? What's the opposite side of those angles?
okay, so the opposite side of them is 39 and 36.
Good. Now write your inequality for what? Sides or angle?
The sides.
And once you have that, write your inequality for the angles. Is that 3x plus 18 or is that x plus 18?
X plus 18.
Okay. And I'm gonna highlight the answer for you.
Yeah, I feel like I should eat it. No, it's fine.
If you're hungry, you gotta eat. If you don't,
I don't feel hungry.
keep fine. Keep fine. No. Alright, looking at this one here, this is a side. Is that x minus 5?
No, it's x times 5.
It's times? In short?
I feel like it's times those options.
No, I think it's a minus. I don't know what the I think it's a minus. Because if it's a time, it will be a 5x. Does that make sense? This side right here is right here. Do you see that? The two sides? Okay.
No, we're done,
Okay. I think this is saying this is the equilateral triangle. Do you see that? Which means this side is x minus 5 2, and this is x minus 5, right?
Yeah.
The one that's opposite of the side, x minus 7, the angle is equal to 45, correct? The side
Close the door.
you so then we also have x minus 5. Okay, this is a tricky one. Do you see this triangle right here that I'm going to highlight in blue right here? Okay, this triangle is saying these two sides are exactly the same, correct?
Yeah.
Which means opposite of these two sides, which is this angle, is equal to this angle. You see those triangle right there? Okay, I'm just gonna redraw this triangle. This is 45. These two angles are exactly the same, correct? If those two angles are exactly the same, you know that the whole triangle is 180, correct? 180 minus 45 will give me the two angles right here, correct? 145 minus 40, 180 minus 45 is 135, correct? Divided by 2. Why do you divide it by 2? Because there's two equal angles. Do you see that? 67.5. So each of these angles are 67.5. Do you see that? So these two angles here are 67.5. What that means is that this angle in this side, you see x minus 5, that side corresponds to 67.5. Do you see that? Now I have the angles, right? Which angle is bigger? Degrees is greater than 45 degrees, correct? This is the angle. Now write the corresponding hinge theorem inequality for the side. So go ahead and write that in the solve. Number 7. This one's a little bit easier.
Yes.
For number 7, do you see the sides right here? Right? Now, when you look at the opposite angle, right? So here is a side. 5 is greater than 4, right? Now let's go ahead and talk about the angle. Angle that is going to be opposite of 5. Angle that's opposite of 4. And solve it. The answers are highlighted right here in yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. That's a side. That's a side. And the angle corresponding to that side are those two. So write the inequality for the angles.
Do not touch my avatar.
Now write down the corresponding inequality for the sides. All right, so when I look at this one here, is it 11x minus 12?
Yeah, I believe it's.
Okay, you get the two sides, correct? Now you gotta look for the angles. Well, actually, yeah. Um, mm, if these two sides are equal, do you see those two sides? That means the opposite of those angles are also equal. Opposite of the side is this angle right here. Do you see that? Opposite of this side is this angle right here, right? Those two angles are equal, okay? Um, hmm. I don't know how to figure out any of those angles. Mm. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so this, it doesn't even matter. This is the angle right here. This is the angle right here, correct? So let's write the inequalities for the angles. 56 degrees is greater than 14, correct? So write that down. Opposite of 56 is 11, 54, correct? Is greater than opposite of this is 14, correct? I'm sorry. 54 is greater than 11x minus 12, right?
Yeah.
Now let's go ahead and solve it. Solve it.
Yes, yes.
It's not 6. Or no, I'm sorry, it is 6. Okay? And then plug it in. 54?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. That's it. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go through your notes and to highlight the questions that were similar to the things on the test.